Most people live trapped in the present moment, not in the sense of mindfulness, not in the beautiful awareness of now, but in the shallow comfort of short-term thinking. They live from weekend to weekend, paycheck to paycheck, dopamine hit to dopamine hit. They scroll, they procrastinate, they consume, and they never realize that this pattern slowly erodes their potential. Long-term thinking is the secret skill that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. It's the invisible foundation of success, of freedom, of real happiness. And yet, very few people practice it consciously. Why? Because the brain loves the easy reward. Because today feels urgent and tomorrow feels abstract. Because pain avoided now seems more attractive than progress that pays off years later. But let me ask you, do you want to look back 10 years from now and realize you wasted them? Or do you want to look back and smile, knowing you planted seeds that grew into a forest? Think about this. Almost everything truly valuable in life is the result of long-term thinking. Strong relationships, a healthy body, a fulfilling career, financial freedom, deep knowledge. None of these appear overnight. They are the result of consistent, deliberate action, day after day, year after year. And yet, most people sabotage themselves because they cannot delay gratification. They choose Netflix over reading, comfort food over discipline, distraction over focus. Every time you choose the short term, you steal from your long-term self. Every time you pick comfort now, you're adding weight to the regret you'll feel later. It's harsh, but it's true. And the world is full of people who live decades in that cycle, only to wake up and wonder why they feel empty. The strongest people, the ones who rise above, think in decades. They see their life not as a series of random moments, but as a story they are writing intentionally. They are willing to sacrifice small pleasures today for a bigger vision tomorrow. This is not about being perfect, not about never enjoying life. It's about aligning your daily actions with the person you want to become. Because here's the truth. You are not defined by what you occasionally do. You are defined by what you consistently repeat. Long-term thinkers understand this at a deep level. So, why is it so hard for most people to think long-term? Because the present moment screams louder than the future. Scrolling your phone gives you dopamine now. Eating that cake feels good now. Skipping the workout feels relaxing now. But the future whispers. It doesn't yell. The reward of reading one book is invisible today. The benefit of one workout doesn't show instantly. The impact of investing money instead of spending it doesn't give you fireworks. The whispers are easy to ignore until years later, when the results become impossible to deny. And that's the tragedy. Many people underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years, but overestimate what they can achieve in 10 days. They want instant transformation, and when it doesn't come, they quit. But the truth is that extraordinary results are simply ordinary actions compounded over time. Think about it. If you improve just 1% every single day, in 1 year, you are 37 times better. That is the magic of compounding. It works in your habits, in your health, in your skills, in your wealth, in your relationships. Time either multiplies your efforts or multiplies your neglect. Let's take money as an example. A person who spends every dollar they earn lives trapped in survival. But someone who thinks long-term invests, saves, and builds assets. At first, the difference seems tiny. But 10 years later, one person is still working for every dollar, while the other has freedom. Or, consider health. Skipping a workout doesn't seem like a big deal. Eating junk food for a week doesn't destroy you immediately. But over years, the compound effect shapes your body, your energy, your entire quality of life. Or think of relationships. Ignoring small conversations, failing to express gratitude, avoiding effort. None of these ruin a relationship instantly. But over time, they erode connection. While the person who invests in listening, in patience, in love, builds something unshakable. The difference is always the same. Long-term thinkers play the infinite game. Short-term thinkers chase the next hit of pleasure. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The world rewards those who think long-term. Employers value consistency. Markets reward patience. Skills pay off after years of practice. Love deepens through seasons. Everything great is hidden behind the barrier of time. And if you cannot break through that barrier, you will live at the surface level forever. But here's the good news. Long-term thinking is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. You don't need to be born with discipline. You don't need to have some magical willpower. You just need systems, reminders, and perspective. Start by asking yourself one question every day. Will my future self thank me for this? Before you scroll, before you skip, before you choose comfort, pause. Ask, because every choice is a vote for your future or against it. Another powerful practice. Visualize your life in 10 years. Not vaguely, but clearly. Where do you live? How do you feel when you wake up? Who is beside you? What work do you do? How does your body move? Write it down. Make it real. Because the brain doesn't chase abstract concepts, it chases vivid pictures. If your vision of the future is weak, the temptation of the present will always win. But if your vision is strong, every sacrifice feels like an investment, not a punishment. Next, build systems instead of relying on motivation. Motivation fades, but systems last. If you want to get fit, don't just wait for willpower, schedule workouts. Prepare your meals. Remove junk food from your house. If you want to grow financially, automate savings and investments so you don't depend on daily decisions. If you want to grow mentally, block time on your calendar for learning. Systems are the bridge between intention and action. And once they're in place, your long-term thinking starts to guide your short-term behavior automatically. Finally, surround yourself with long-term thinkers. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. If everyone around you lives for the weekend, spends recklessly, avoids growth, you will too. But if you're surrounded by people building, learning, investing, creating, you'll start to see years ahead, not just minutes. Your circle can either anchor you in the present or pull you into the future. Choose wisely. And here's the most empowering truth. Long-term thinking doesn't mean you stop enjoying today. It doesn't mean you grind endlessly with no joy. It means you enjoy today differently. Instead of empty pleasures, you enjoy meaningful progress. Instead of escaping life, you enjoy building life. Instead of wasting time, you enjoy investing time. The joy of discipline, the pride of progress, the quiet confidence of knowing you're creating a future worth living. That joy is deeper, stronger, longer lasting. So let me ask you directly, what seeds are you planting today? Will your future self look back with gratitude or with regret? Because every single day, you're either building a life or burning it away. Time is the most ruthless judge. It multiplies whatever you feed it. Feed it excuses, and it multiplies regret. Feed it discipline, and it multiplies freedom. Feed it distraction, and it multiplies emptiness. Feed it focus, and it multiplies greatness. 10 years will pass, whether you plan or not, whether you invest or not, whether you grow or not. The only question is, who will you be when that time arrives? A person trapped in cycles of comfort? Or a person who thought long-term, acted daily, and built something unshakable? The choice is yours. Don't waste it. Start today. Think in decades, act in days, and build the life that only long-term vision can create. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. See you soon.